into your bathtub. Dude, there's dirt in our bathtub.
Oh no.
Oh no. Dudes, I've got to tell you about... Is this rolling right now?
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're rolling. All
Welcome
right.
back to Nerds, Nerds, and More Nerds.
It's us.
As usual, my name is Miguel.
My name is Travis.
And I'm Cole.
Cole has something in his eyeball.
Which is why he's not talking in the mic.
Like, really in there. What is
Yeah, he doesn't even have his headphones on.
Yeah, what a fool.
And yeah,
Guys, my eyes take precedence over this. I'm sorry. I cannot
That's okay.
see.
that's okay.
Okay, I think I'm back, folks. And now I have a
man.
runny nose.
Oh, man.
All right.
Jeez.
I'll be good.
Dudes, on the way here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was... Okay. Are you guys...
I want to tell my on the way here story, too.
Okay.
Okay.
So my on the way here story reminded me of the 1960s Batman movie because there's a part in that movie where
Sometimes you just can't get...
that is exactly what it was. Dude, it was exactly that. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb. Dude, okay, so I'm pulling out of... Dude, so
Come on.
I'm pulling out of my driveway, right?
Okay.
And there's a van coming, and I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I'll wait for this van. They're going the slowest ever.
They're like idling past you.
They are idling past my driveway as I'm trying to back
The
out.
nerve.
And then they get a little bit closer,
Uh-oh.
and
Come a little bit closer.
I find out that this is an ice cream truck, and I'm like, oh man, that's why it was why it was so slow. And then,
Yeah.
so I pull out, and I'm like, all right, well, okay, I'm sure I'll be able to go past. My next door neighbors are outside, and they're getting ice cream parked right in front, and I'm like, just trying to weasel my way out. Finally get out, okay? And so I turn down the next street. At the same time, a street over, also turning the same way I am. So this vehicle's right in front of me.
It's
Yeah.
another ice cream.
It is a riding lawnmower.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So the whole way out of the neighborhood, same thing. Just super slow. Then they turn out onto the main street. They turn out onto Merritt. Going that slow.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. Finally, I speed by them when I get here.
They
but
do it
that was-
differently on that side of Merritt, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
They do. Yeah, it was bonkers.
The nerve of some people.
Yeah, but I must say, going back to one of the previous podcasts,
Yes.
the roundabouts went swell today.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah, no problems. Everyone was on board.
No roundabout
Excellent.
rage.
Yeah,
That's good.
Well, what happened on your way here, Cole?
It was only one thing, and it was the strangest thing ever.
What was it?
I'm riding down my street, which happens also to be Merritt.
Yes, we live very close to each other.
Quite. And but I'm heading down the street, and I look over at I'm scanning or whatever, and I'm on my motorcycle,
Yeah.
and I look over to the left into the yard of this place, and there is a deer that does not look like it can be, not a full-grown deer,
Right.
but also not like a baby either, right?
A
Somewhere-
teenage
Yeah.
deer.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, anyway, so yeah,
A
somewhere
door.
there. Yeah.
That's the term.
So not a doe and not a deer, a door.
Well, those are only the females.
Right.
So
Are you saying
you're trying to
maybe
confuse our
they-
listeners, Miguel.
I'm trying to
Maybe-
confuse everyone.
Well,
Well,
it's working.
if it's
Good.
a deer and a doe, I didn't know that happened.
They can be one and the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew sometimes, but I don't know. Didn't know that was super common in animals as well.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
It is.
The more you know.
Okay.
See, this is an educational podcast.
It is. But the weird thing about this deer,
Yeah.
okay?
Wait, hold that thought
Yeah.
about the deer.
Right.
Roll the intro music.
deer was just hanging out in the yard of this house, and like, oh man, it was weird. Like, it was like running around, but not ever running away.
So it's a pet deer.
It
Yeah.
looked like they let it out for the first time in months. And this deer was just so excited to just be in a yard. Like, it was just like, this is great. It was like turning fully sideways, almost parallel with the ground, like running to one end of it, turning around, running to the other.
Yeah.
And I'm going past it at maybe like 50 miles an hour or so. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, because it freaked me out. I'm like, oh my God, a deer. But then I was like, what? Like, and somebody was standing on the lawn just looking at it. Like, you know, not.
This is normal
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was strange.
This is my pet deer.
It was real strange.
His name is Buck.
Yeah.
His name is Buck. Oh, man.
Buck the Buck
That's
was
awesome.
going buck crazy. Oh, it was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah, that
We
was
laughed at
really
our own jokes too.
Oh man.
So that was strange.
Even bad ones.
Oh yeah. So we've been playing SpiderMan. That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, all of us.
That's pretty nerdy.
That's pretty nerdy. All of us have been playing it. Miguel has 100% of the game. I'm
100%.
I'm
Include
s-
platinum trophies, everything.
Wow.
check you out. I'm somewhere in the middle.
And I have gotten
And you started
one trophy.
on the show.
I got one trophy.
I didn't even
Yeah.
watch that episode yet because it has not aired yet, and I was not here. But I will watch it.
That is
It
good.
will air
Oh yeah.
next week.
It's enough to
Oh
snicker
my
at.
goodness. Well, actually, will it be? By the time these guys are listening to it, will it be this actual week?
Oh yeah, so it will already have been posted this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
3 days ago? 2 days ago? 3
Yeah.
days? 3 days ago? Monday.
So get it right, people.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, and today. So
Yeah. Spider-Man week.
Spider-Man week.
Spider-Man week.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Spider-Man week.
Monday through Friday.
It's a popular game right now.
It is.
So
People like it.
yeah.
How
We
did
thought you might
and,
like it.
and speaking of which, have you guys heard anything about like what like the critics say about it or anything like that, like game ratings or anything
It
like that?
is
like,
good.
Where
Yeah.
it fell on
I think it only got like an 8 or like a 7.5.
Yeah,
Really?
Or
I
something,
think
yeah.
I heard some like 8 point something or another
Yeah.
talk. I think it's pretty fun.
Definitely.
I thought for sure that I was going to be like swapping out Dragon Quest and Spider-Man back and forth.
Yeah.
But I got into the swing of things. Good one.
Oh.
And yeah, I've just been like hammering this out so I don't like forget all the button combos and whatnot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just finish this first
Yeah.
Nice.
and then go back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So
there you go.
yeah.
Nice.
I'll just do that.
All right.
Might as well.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
fun game. I think the main reason why it didn't get as good ratings
Yes,
as
tell me.
God of War is because their loading screens. They load between everything.
Everything.
Like everything.
Shame
But-
on you, Spider-Man.
But wait.
Okay.
That looks pretty cool when it's loading, though.
It looks okay. I mean,
It looks
it's not.
pretty cool.
But look, God of War
It did not load anywhere.
did not. Well, I mean, when
Well-
it was loading, you could play as Kratos, just like running through a crazy looking thing.
Yeah.
Like crazy looking background, crazy looking whatever the hell, it was the craziest experience.
It's the craziest.
And the only time it would have a loading screen is when you died.
right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man, you die, you walk into a building, you start a mission, everything.
Dude,
Wow.
Yeah.
I must say, I'm not
You get a loading screen.
not huge spoilers right here, but like there is this particular part that I was like I was getting frustrated with because I couldn't beat it. I couldn't figure out exactly like
What to do.
I knew what to do, but I didn't know a strategy to do it. But like there's this part where you're fighting some of Electro's cronies, and yeah, you got to like knock out these 5 things. without dying. And that particular one, I'm not sure if like you died at that part and waited for it to load, Miguel, but
Nope.
I I died to save, my face, like to not make it look like I'm an idiot. I died just several times. We'll just say several times.
14.
We'll just say several.
You couldn't
say
have
several.
You couldn't have died more times than I did fighting Fisk.
Yeah, seriously.
There's no way you could.
Okay.
He died
So
a
don't be too
lot of
embarrassed.
times.
Yeah.
He died a lot of times during the recording, and then he died even more times when we weren't recording. So when it came time to finally record the next episode, he had gotten like past the certain point.
Some of the knack of it.
Yeah. Oh man. But like my point being though, this particular part had like an extremely long loading time. Like you see Spider-Man like kind of floating around,
Yeah.
but then the screen went black for like the longest time. And that's the most frustrating thing when you're like trying to beat one part and you keep losing, and it's like, all right, well, I'm just going to wait here for a long time.
Now the game is going to freeze.
Right.
Yep.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Oh, freezing.
But dude, this is how I beat it. I thought I had to knock out every single bad guy and destroy those things. I just knocked out the things, and I like avoided all the bad guys. That's like, I'm just gonna do that.
Wow.
And
Are you playing
beat him.
on Amazing or on Spectacular?
I'm playing on Amazing.
Amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you playing on Spectacular?
No, I was playing on Amazing. I was playing on Spectacular for the first.
Is it bananas hard?
Dude, so I get to Fisk, and I'm dying as much as you were dying that whole time. But this is, dude,
Who'd have thought the Kingpin could fight like that?
Spectacular is the hardest thing you can imagine. Because when you're fighting Fisk and those goons,
Right.
all those goons are coming after you, and you can't dodge anything. Because if you dodge,
Another one will hit you?
another one will hit you, or Fisk will hit you. And then 3 more will hit you, and then you're dead.
So that's what I mean. What are you even supposed to do? Because I couldn't dodge them when they weren't hitting me.
Right, but that was on Amazing, and
Or Spectacular? That was on Spectacular, right?
no, Cole's thing
Cole's
was on Amazing.
yeah.
Mine was on Spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular is even harder than whatever you were doing.
Dude, okay, so
It's
Ooh,
ridiculous.
Gimme.
hey, you know what? I have another complaint.
Yes.
I think that the hardest mode should have been. Oh, maybe they're waiting for DLC to do this,
Maybe.
but I'll call it right here. The hardest mode should be called Superior Spider-Man because that was a series.
What about Ultimate?
No,
Hey, now.
Wasn't Ultimate Spider-Man?
it was.
Very dismissive of you, Travis.
I know. I'm just messing around.
Ultimate? That's a little bit more.
Come on. Ultimate.
Well, maybe
a little bit higher than
Superior.
Spectacular. Spectacular's pretty like, yeah, he's rad, he's cool.
No.
Spectacular.
No.
Friendly,
Ultimate
amazing, spectacular, ultimate, superior.
Superior?
Yeah, one or the other. I'm just messing with you. That is pretty cool. That actually, Ultimate ties more in with Miles anyway. So that would be cool.
I've got a question, and maybe it's a bit goofy, but
Yeah.
I still feel like I want to raise it. So like, for every hero, there's like a villain, and then there's like a series of villains. You know, there's like all like sort of like the equivalent of the hero in a bad person. Right? And all these bad people have all these cronies working for them, have all these gangs and organizations, syndicates and things.
Yes.
Why don't any of the heroes have that?
I mean,
I mean, do they just
mean,
rely on the police who do a terrible job and never catch any of these people?
yeah, but if you think about like, dude, if you think about those cronies, they never get anything done either. If you think about it,
Yeah.
like the police are there, but
I mean, they can get stuff done in the video game, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
But I mean, still, like, even just in general, you know, why
Yeah.
doesn't Batman say, hey, you know, Bat Clan, go out here and handle these guys over here because
yeah,
I've got something to
but
do
wait.
over here?
he actually there is a comic where that happens.
Oh.
The Dark Knight Returns. he's got some bat followers.
Dispatches.
Dude, that's one of the best, if not the best, Batman comic ever.
Really? Mm-hmm. Even more
saying
than
some
It's
words.
it's
There.
the first gritty Batman story.
Oh.
From the 80s. I think it was
Right.
86, maybe?
Wow.
What is it? Batman Returns?
The Dark Knight
Dark
Returns.
Knight.
Not to be confused with the Batman Returns movie,
Okay.
which is
Right.
not as good as this.
No.
Yeah.
Basically, like, in Batman vs. Superman, how they said, like, oh, Batman is older, and, this and that, and
Seasoned.
Robin is dead, and all that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
That's basically grabbed from this comic. Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting.
You
It's
know,
a
that-
good read.
I kind of got to see some of that film for like the first time when I was on my trip earlier this summer.
Dark Knight Returns.
I caught it on TV. No Batman versus Superman.
There is a movie of Dark Knight Returns, an animated movie. And it's good. It's good.
But I mean,
I'd read the comic, though, because the artwork,
The
like the
one-
way it's drawn, is sweet.
The one with Ben Affleck.
yeah,
That one.
and it sort of seems like maybe
It is
like
bad.
they were drawing from too many different sources to like make that film specifically.
Maybe.
Or like Batman starts shooting people with guns.
That's really weird too.
Dude. Don't.
I can't remember if he shoots anyone with guns in that story. That sounds familiar, though.
That's so
Green Arrow's in it, though. In
You can't
the
just
story.
The Dark
He
Knight.
fights Superman, and he has the big suit, like in the movie.
Batman does.
Yeah, in the comic.
Oh wow.
And it's sick.
Huh.
It's dope.
Yeah, but Batman doesn't like go on shooting people. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
That's not the Batman way.
That's his
Yeah.
rule, is not to kill people.
Exactly.
Well, I guess he could shoot people, but like not kill them. But I think he said no guns. since
Non-fatal.
his family.
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
That is very strange.
Yeah.
it's weird.
But then again, right? The whole setup for that was that is a Batman who's old. He's
And he
been doing it
lost
for a while.
Robin.
He's a bit like, he's over it.
Yeah,
Screw it, by any
Yeah.
means necessary. Kinda.
Totally.
yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying, sure, by all means, start shooting people. Like,
Right.
but I guess like I can kind of understand maybe that angle of it, but
Yeah.
it's still weird. Batman
At the
shooting
same
guns.
time, yeah,
what the hell is that?
No,
I don't know.
stop that.
You don't see him shooting guns in the '60s Batman.
You sure
Yeah.
don't.
Just getting rid of bombs.
Just the Batarang.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And they climb up a wall, like
Sorta.
walking across the floor sideways. And then
spandex.
They just, what did they do? They had to like turn the frame.
they had to turn the frame, and then they would just like walk up sideways, and then like out of the floor or out of the building, Sammy Davis Jr. would pop out and say, "Hey."
What are you cats doing on the side of this building? Yeah, that's it.
That's what happened. That's Batman for you.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Silly.
Yeah. So that's Batman. That's good. That's good stuff. Spider-Man, Batman.
Yeah, I don't know why we started
All the
talking about
mans.
Batman again.
I think we were just
Superheroes,
we're
goons,
talking about posses.
that's right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just love
Spider-Man.
Batman.
Spidey guy.
Yeah.
Spidey guy.
Spidey guy. Well, I keep hitting the microphone with my hat.
You sure do, and it's disrupting
Bonk, bonk,
everything.
bonk.
Yeah.
So I wrote down
Kind of
some
like when Cole moves his microphone and makes noise.
or like when someone
Sometimes
does
it's
it.
in the way. Sometimes it's not in the way.
Let's get this pop filter tested out.
People are stopping listening to us as we're doing that.
Thanks for unsubscribing.
When this comes out next week, people are like, I'm done. They're making pop stupid sounds.
Right. Oh, I do want to throw a little shout out to everyone that has subscribed recently, because we got like a considerable, well, for us, considerable number of like new people. So welcome.
Definitely.
Right
yeah,
on.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
One of them might have even been a friend of mine. I told him I
Yeah?
was doing this podcast, and he said, "What?" And
Was it Batman?
I wish.
Oh, dude.
He's probably just as cool as Batman, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name's Greg.
And if he listens to this episode, I'll be getting
Greg.
brownie points because I don't know if I want to say his name over the airways, but
Yeah.
he'll be all right.
Yeah.
E.S. is his name.
E.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows who he is,
Yeah.
even if you don't.
Toledo?
Edward Sigma. Not to be confused with the
Close. Close.
Riddler. Very close.
Yeah.
Dudes.
Yes. What'll we discuss? You have notes.
So I have a couple notes. Just a few things. Just a few talking points.
Yes.
Okay.
So this
Talk it out.
Oh yeah. PS1 Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing that's coming out. It's the same as the Nintendo stuff, but it's Sony stuff.
Now I'm debating whether
Yeah.
I should get that or not because I was still able to buy some of the PS1 titles that I really liked from the
On
PlayStation
PS3 and
Network.
stuff, yeah.
And I have them on there still, and I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah. That's
I just
that
wonder
was
if-
kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, well, like they only announced 5 games for it so far,
Yeah.
and there's going to be 20, and it comes out like at the very beginning of December. So I'm like, why are you waiting? Just tell me what's on there.
20 is not enough. There were way more games than that on the original
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Well, I mean, like
That's the other thing.
even even with the Nintendo stuff, the NES and the SNES, like the Super Nintendo,
Right?
those libraries were huge. There were like
Massive.
600-700 games for each of those, and they were like,
Wow.
oh, 30 games on this one, 20 games on that one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, they did that too, huh? Mm-hmm. Wow.
dude, this is a carbon copy of what Nintendo did. That's why I'm like,
Okay.
man, that is like shameless like copying. I mean, like it's gonna work in their favor, I'm sure, but
yeah.
like,
one Japanese company to another. I mean,
Yeah.
we like what
Yeah.
they did. Let's do it too.
yeah, what
It's not like Xbox can do anything.
I know.
They really can't.
They threw. Now it's funny you mentioned that. They threw out a jab on Twitter, and they said like, you can play hundreds of classic games today for free on your Xbox One X. Like just doing our whatever service they have.
Streaming thing.
Yeah, they're like, you can play hundreds of classic. They made like a big,
Hundreds.
yeah,
Okay. More like dozens.
dozens. Well, even
like-
dozens is more than 20.
More like
Whichever.
5.
You're right.
Yeah, I've never been an
Yeah.
Xbox guy. I like the other two.
There were literally only maybe 2 or 3 or 4 games that you would have even bought an Xbox for.
Yeah.
And they still don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
And Xboxers
guys.
out there, all of you, I'm looking at you. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The only people who play either Halo, Call of Duty, or
Gears of War.
yep.
That's it. 3 games.
3 games.
That's it.
That's it.
No, there's another one. Nope, there isn't. That's it.
Cuphead. I want to play Cuphead. That's about it.
Yeah, Cuphead.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about that.
Oh, dude, you should check it out.
Yeah.
That is insane. We'll check out a trailer or something
For
like
sure,
after the
man.
podcast.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. So what I think would be awesome
Yes.
with all of these mini systems, like I
Yeah.
like how small they are. You can like throw them in a backpack, and like I could come over here and we could, stream stuff, HDMI. Like we could use one of those for the show, or
Yeah.
like record.
Even
We
take it
can.
on vacation.
Yeah, take it on vacation. Like I could throw all of the mini systems in one backpack, and they all run off the same type of power supply. You could swap out like the USB and HDMI connections.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's awesome. One thing I would change.
Yes.
I would give all of these things online connectivity. So like for PlayStation, have it connect to the PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like those games, they're old. They probably don't take up a whole lot of room on there.
Right.
If you could download more games, like maybe it just comes with that mini, and then you can buy more games, load that hush puppy up. Oh man, dude,
That would
could
be
you
sweet.
could you imagine like carrying around like 200 PS1 games just like in your backpack? Ah, that'd be so.
That would be cool.
That would be dope.
awesome.
Yeah.
One other thing that I'm kind of like meh about with the PlayStation one,
Yes.
is it doesn't have like this PS4 controller has like the
Joysticks.
yeah, the joysticks, like the analog sticks.
Hey, now wait.
I know.
Hot pants.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's the way it was.
It is the way it was when it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I'm just saying, guys.
yeah.
But yeah, there are a lot of games you can play with that.
Yeah.
I hope that they don't like have like just these 5 games and then they're like, and then here's some trash.
Just the filler that no one ever played anyway.
Yeah.
See, and I'm almost afraid of that because some of those games were actually sizable.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking like 2 and 3 and 4 disc games.
Right.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII is on this one. That was like
And
3 discs.
That was
I
a
think.
4 disc game.
4 disc?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Driver
jeez.
2, 4 disc game.
Yeah.
What was that? Resident Evil 2 was a 3 disc game.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Metal Gear Solid was a 4 disc game.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
nowadays,
Yeah.
like, you can bundle all that up into just
it's easy to compile.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You can literally give anything 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte's
it's-
worth of memory, and it can
handle all that.
Yeah.
handle all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, there really is no reason why they couldn't just gone hog wild right out of the.
They could. Yeah. I mean, like they probably have to charge like more because they're like getting the licensing for all these games and like
Right.
reaching out.
And trying to make it affordable and worth going out and getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
$99 for that's a good deal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For having like a classic system like that,
Yeah.
for sure.
mobile, like you said. And
One thing.
HD.
One thing that they didn't include that I saw was the actual brick that plugs into the wall. Like it's one of those USBs that hooks in.
Yeah.
Like the brick doesn't come with it, so I think that was like to cut costs and get it down to 99. Like most TVs come with a USB, so you could probably just plug it into there instead of the wall.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's kind of yeah. So oh well. But I will give them this.
Yes.
So far with Nintendo, they've just done like 2D games, you know? Like no 3D games, like they haven't gotten to N64 yet. So PlayStation is the first one to do a mini console.
Of their fully 3D games.
Yeah, fully
Well,
3D.
They never even had the
That's-
2D.
That's
Right.
pretty awesome.
Which is why I like PlayStation. I just, when they
You're
came
not
out,
a 2D man?
they-
It was like 3D.
I like the 2D.
everything.
I played all the 2D stuff, and
Yeah,
it was all
yeah.
really good. I liked
Yeah.
Super NES like crazy. It was so much fun. I wish I had one.
Yeah.
Totally.
But man, the second PlayStation came out and I played that, it was like Nintendo what?
Dude, I must tell you though, that the Super Nintendo Classic, it's like $80
Yeah.
if you were fiending for one of these things to check out.
Yeah.
They sell them at like Target and Best Buy,
For $80?
Yeah.
and it comes with 20 games for that one. And then the regular
is,
NES is 30 games.
Is
but-
Donkey Kong Country a part of those games?
yeah, one of
better
them
be.
is.
It better be because it was
I think it was the
game ever.
first one. I think is on there.
But that's just it, right?
Yeah.
Is like for all the myriad number of games you've got on this system, and you only put 20 on them, are they going to be my favorite 20? Are they going to
We'll
be
see.
that guy's favorite 20? Are they going to be your favorite 20?
Yeah,
Right.
I hope they're my favorite 20 and not yours. I'm just joking, dude. I hope
there
that-
would be a Venn diagram of
Yeah.
of,
I hope that it's
things,
right in
but-
the middle of the Venn diagram.
that'd be cool,
That'd
right?
be so cool, and we'd all be happy.
Wow.
I can't wait.
20 is
Sweet.
that seems like a really small sliver of like this is
Yeah.
going to appeal to everyone,
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
They'll
for
mix it
either
up.
one of them, for Nintendo or
Yeah.
PlayStation, it's
Right.
20
Yeah.
does not seem like
I think
a lot.
I think the only way that this is going to be like the complete collection or close to it is when they do the N64, because there were like like hardly any games. They're all awesome games, but there were like hardly any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mario and Zelda and like Smash Bros. And
GoldenEye.
yeah, GoldenEye. Like
Mario Kart.
if they just get like all of those, I'd be set.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Star-
be fine.
Star Fox
Star Fox.
64.
Oh,
20 games
a
for
barrel.
N64 makes sense because
Yes.
it would be the best ones and they'd
would
all
be.
be the games you want to play.
I hope.
Come a little closer.
My Emperor, I failed you. Oh man.
Okay, so these guys
That's,
are off on their
yeah,
own.
I'm just
Sorry,
we're just
guys.
talking about
Yeah,
Star Fox stuff. More
Knock it off, Einstein. I'm on your side.
oh yeah, I remember that. dude. Jeez Louise. So, kind of, like, we'll lead out of that with one particular game that is on the PlayStation that kind of ties into this. They just said last week, or if you're listening to this, like probably 2 weeks ago, all of the, like, basically, okay, so Final Fantasy was just Nintendo from, like, Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
Yeah.
You know, like, those are all, like, whether you count the, like, the ones that didn't come over here that were only in Japan, but, like, basically up until 7
Right.
was on Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was all PlayStation, you know?
Yeah.
Basically. So Switch just announced that basically all of those games are coming to Switch. And with the exception of, I think, like 8 and 13, I think. But everything else. And then, like, some of the weird, like, online games. I think 11 and 14 are
Including
online.
7?
Yeah, but 8 and 13
7
were
is
the worst.
7... What's that?
Nothing.
7's coming to Switch?
So 7, 9, 10, and then, like, part 2 of 10.
But, like,
12.
what about the, like, the new 7? Like the...
Oh, the spanking new one? No, this is
Yeah.
just the old one.
Okay.
We'll see what happens with that, but that thing's probably going to be on, like, PlayStation 20. Like, that's never going to
Yeah, probably never gonna happen.
It'll happen at some point,
But how hard is it to redo a game that's already been done? You know,
they're like...
don't you just have to revamp it, make it look a little cleaner, crisper?
No, like they're making it...
They're making an action RPG instead of a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Like, instead of, like, going through those menus that you do before for attacks,
Right.
you're actually going to be, like,
Just full on
whacking the
attack 'em.
dudes. Yeah. You're going to take a... Which I kind of like, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But, like, that giant sword, just
Dude.
swinging that, oh, man.
Whenever you
Being
want.
Cloud like that.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty
Seeing
sweet.
how Cloud actually supposedly looks. Like from the animes and everything.
Instead of all blocky
Instead
and
of all blocky and, you
just
know,
a square
just-
shape kind of, yeah. Oh,
I
man,
hope
that
so.
game looks so funny
and
because
moves,
of that.
moves
Yeah.
like his head like up and down for
Yeah.
when he talks. Like,
And the arm swing is just like, all that stuff, man. That game looks so funny back then.
I do still dig, like, even though it looks like crap, but, like, when you look at the battle scene and he just has that sword and just ready to go, it still does look pretty cool, even though
oh,
it's,
totally.
you know,
That sword.
of the
I
times.
agree, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
those games like that, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh, it can look so good.
We saw how shiny it could look,
Yeah.
and now they're like, but we showed you that too early.
Yeah, sorry about that, you guys.
That was leaked. You shouldn't have seen that.
Come back when you have grandkids.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come back when you have grandkids.
Yeah, dudes. Like
200th anniversary.
Yeah. But Cloud will be in Super Smash Bros.
Oh, for
And
Switch?
yes,
For real?
yes, Super Smash Bros. And
That's cool.
Wow.
and Snake will be in it from Metal Gear. No. He's going to be in it
That's awesome.
as well. Yep. He was in one of the other ones before too, and they're like, we have to get everybody that has ever been in a Smash game. That's Batman.
You know, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But it was weird when he did show up in that game because the only installments of Metal Gear that they had for a Nintendo system at that time were like the VR training games.
Yeah.
Right.
It was something like that. So
I
it's
know there
like-
was one on GameCube, but I
Yeah.
can't remember. Twin Snakes? Something like that?
Yeah, and that was just like, here, Nintendo, fine, stop bugging us. Here's an installment of Metal Gear for you to have
Yeah.
people
Do
play.
things, yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I don't know. It was just like
Yeah.
almost like
It wasn't as good as 2.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 1.
Or 1,
Or
yeah.
3. Or 4.
It's just kind of there.
Even though you sucked at 4.
Dude, I beat the game.
Oh, God,
And that doesn't even matter anymore.
Oh, man.
You guys are children.
Oh, man.
These guys
Excuse
are-
me, sir. You're 7 years old.
Hey, the end of 4 was the coolest part.
Spoilers.
That was the
I agree.
coolest.
Was it, though?
I saw it.
Was.
Was it cooler
I saw you beat the
than-
game. You just sucked at it.
Was it cool?
Not the whole time. Just in that one battle.
Yeah, and then that one time that you were trying to be sneaky and couldn't.
That's the whole game, though. Like, you can't be 100%.
That's why I said you suck.
I can't remember.
kidding,
I
man.
probably said this on the show before, but I'll say it again just in case people didn't hear it. I tried to be sneaky in the new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. And I was trying to sneak around,
Yeah.
and I went to go hit the button to like crouch down, and I hit the wrong button, and it was the button to like whistle for your horse. And he was like, "Hey!" Everyone looked at me, and they were like, "All right, you're dead."
Exclamation points.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, too.
That
You're
is how
like
it
doing
goes.
a great job. You're about to sneak attack that guy, and then you push the sneeze button, and your character goes, "Fuck you!" Huh?
Why
This guy's
is
got-
that button there?
Yeah. How? Why? Why would I ever need to sneeze in a stealth,
Oh,
technical stealth game?
This guy's got allergies and he's dead.
You are a kick-ass assassin. You are an elite force, and you have allergies and no Benadryl. The mission is top priority. But what?
Oh, that's perfect.
Well, I can't
Yeah.
have allergies.
No, that's the worst.
What about the nano machines coursing through my veins? Yeah, explain that.
Bro,
Nano machine.
you sneeze. Just give it up. Face the facts. You sneeze.
Just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
So, also,
Yeah.
in one other video game topic, and then we can move on to something else.
Okay.
But Switch, they just launched their online service.
Yeah.
So now it's got like one of the most notable things that it has, aside from like the cloud saves and all these things, is there's an app on there to play NES games. Like, so all the old, like, well, not all of them yet, but there eventually will be like all of the Mario, Zelda. That's another thing. Like, it's kind of like the classic consoles where it's like, okay, here's a tiny bit, and then like each month they're going to add like a tiny bit more.
Yeah.
It's like I can't handle and that's just NES games.
Nibbles of.
It's just like
of
give me some
games.
like GameCube
Right.
games on there, and like just stop it. Just put everything on there.
Yeah, quit
put-
placating me
I wanna-
and do it all.
Yeah, I want to take all of the games with me everywhere,
You
and then
turds.
play them on the big TV too.
Let's
That's
write
it.
Nintendo and tell them they're stupid.
They will send our note back with
And
a
then
big
they'll- and then-
pile of poop on top.
And then they'll
Right.
smear our podcast. Don't listen to these guys. They're dumb.
Also, they are stupid.
There, we've been called dumb and stupid by Nintendo.
Yay!
Yay.
We're somebodies.
No, we haven't, though.
Oh, we're not yet.
Dang it.
Maybe soon.
We have to write them and be disgruntled.
Okay.
Okay.
But then if we
Jinx.
do pick a fight with somebody like that and then it becomes a thing, you guys will be famous so quick. You don't understand.
Dude,
Let's do it.
You know what?
Okay.
Kind of a side note.
Yep.
Just thinking about
Let's do
how like Sony's copying Nintendo with this classic
Yes.
system. I hope that they copy like what they're doing right now and do like an HD like 4K or whatever the resolution would be on a small screen, but basically make like a Sony Switch. Like that would be so cool.
Oh.
Could you imagine? Oh man, like the Vita does it if you have like a crazy high internet connection. You
Right.
can run games on there, and I've tried to. I tried to do Persona 5, and it was just really bad. I just wanted to play it on the TV.
Well, like Sony's thing is the remote play. You know, so
That's
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it is on the Vita. Is what I was.
right,
Yeah.
right. Which I never even really got to experience.
It's
I
hard
had the
to
PSP. I
experience.
didn't have the Vita.
Yeah. Vita. I never had the PSP, but I do have the Vita.
Oh, okay.
And it's I must say, like as a side note, it is the ideal way to play Persona 4.
Wow.
If you ever want to check that one out, that one is a beautiful PlayStation Vita game.
Does the Vita have like how are the games uploaded into that? Is it USB.
It's like
style?
it's like a tiny cartridge, kind of like how Switch is, like a tiny cartridge, or you can download them like digitally. But there is, like, of course, you have to have like the Sony brand memory stick and like put it in there. Like, I just got like one of the smallest ones you could get. Like, okay, fine, I have that.
Nice.
But I've got that guy loaded up with like all the Final Fantasy, like all of the all two of the portable Persona games. 3 or 4.
Okay.
Actually, I could put 1 and 2 on there as well. So I could have all of them on there.
See.
Yeah. See, you know what? I was right the first time.
You can do anything you want.
Yeah, and you could put all those games that we mentioned before that are on the PS1 Classic console.
Right.
Pretty sure you can download most of, if not all of those, through the PlayStation Network and play those portably.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. If I could take Twisted Metal 2 with me to the Secretary of State while I'm waiting to get my tags and do stuff like that,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I could look up and see if you could.
Yeah.
Let me look that up, but let's keep talking.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of phone games,
Yeah.
we can't talk about it because it's the end of the show.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. You've heard it here.
Are you sure? Are you sure we don't have time for phone games?
We definitely don't have time for 4 games. Please hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below. Nerds out.
Goodbye.